Vicky here with you, and I'm here to make some cards, but I'm still looking for my inspiration. I've been cleaning like a mad woman and getting rid of a bunch of stuff, donating it, and some just throwing it if it was broken and stuff. Basically, I'm finding that, you know, there's a lot of projects that I've started or I was interested about, and then they didn't pan out, and now I'm stuck with the remnants of those projects that are not going anywhere. And I'm finding that it's really stopping me from being creative. Like it's I don't know how to say it, but it's like a luggage that's just bringing me down. So I've decided that I'm cleaning a lot, and it really feels good, but at the same time it takes away, because I don't have a very long weekend, and so it takes away from that. I've also got some really good news, but I will only be able to share that with you next week because it hasn't been announced yet. It's work related, so there's that. And so yeah, I've been really busy, and it's just been a whirlwind, and I've got all kinds of other different things going on, and I want to share with you one of my other passions right now. And so that will be in another video, but it's not going to be like craft related, but it's still interesting. And I also want to do a vlog on the update of my kitchen because it's really going well, and I'm very happy with it. There's still lots and lots of work to do. We've been working our little butt off, but at the same time, at least we're seeing progress now, so that's really good. So for this card making, I've decided that it's been a while since I've done some postcards, and I've been also, like, it might not show, but I've been working really hard on making stuff for Etsy. However, nothing gets fully completed, therefore that's why you're not seeing an Etsy release. And so I've done a lot, but I want to have a full set of something to share with you guys. So one of the things that I thought I was going to do is make some postcards, and that the postcards would fit basically into a little envelope like this, and this can be used as a journal afterwards. So that was my thinking behind this. So I will be using this to be the cover for this. I've also made a bunch of different painty papers, and those will be for the postcards. I've used a bunch of mini wheats cereal box. I've already stamped them, and I figured a set of 4 would be perfect in this little pocket. Then one thing I really adore is this book here, Les Cahiers Martine. I love Martine. I found a few books of Martine. They remind me of when I was a kid. This obviously is a younger version of what, because this dates from, does it say? Doesn't even say. 2007. So this is recent, but there used to be, when I was a kid, Martine, and I used to read those books. So 40 some years ago. So yeah, so I was reading this, and this brings me back so many wonderful memories of reading, and so I wanted to do something with that. And I figured I was going to use this image here for the top of the little book, because basically I'm thinking, you know, it's postcards, so it's traveling, so this would be fitting with the top. So I'm going to be sewing that on. And then there's other images here This one could be an interesting one. The rest, I'm not sure that I will be using. So I'll put this image aside. I'm trying to harvest my magazines. That's another video that I really want to do for you guys, is the harvesting of magazines. You've shared some interest in this, and I just haven't had the time, or taken the time I should say, to actually make it. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this because obviously I'm me and I just need to keep everything. That's just how I roll. Okay, so let's just glue this on, and then we'll choose the images. And I also pulled out some and I'm not putting the timer because it's going to be whatever. I just need to make 4 postcards, and like I said, I haven't been feeling all that crafty, so I figured this could ease me back into something. And I love making postcards, and I love recycling stuff. And the painty papers is probably the extent of what I've been crafting, but I haven't been making videos, and I'm sorry about that, guys. Like I said, it's been hectic, and I haven't been wanting to do the editing and the whole thing. So because of that, I haven't been doing much filming at all, which really sucks because I thought I was gonna be able to, I'm looking for my little scissors. I was gonna be able to get back into the groove of things sooner rather than later, but I guess I'm really, like I said, I'm really tired, and I'm really trying to do as much as I can and to clean up as much as I can, and I'm hoping that cleaning everything up and making space in my life is gonna help me to and you know, I've been watching a lot of Marie Kondo, and I know it sounds cheesy, but I've been watching a lot of that. I've been watching a lot of cleaning videos, and it's really helped me to try to, you know, do a big cleanup. And I'm finding that, you know, removing that extra is removing a burden that I was feeling. So it really does help at the end of the day, but it is tiring to be cleaning. And emotionally, once I get going though, I'm usually pretty good at you know, just letting go, because there's only so much, and you know, I don't want to have stuff that makes me feel guilty because I made the wrong choice at the time, or you know, I purchased something, and at the end of the day, once I got home and a little while after, it wasn't as interesting and as happy as I thought it was going to be. So I'm removing all of that stuff from my life right now, and I'm thinking that doing that is going to really help, you know, help maybe reset my creativity. Oh, and I also have some of you guys that are on my Facebook page will have seen the great news. But if you're not on my Facebook page and you don't know, I'm going to a Diane Reevely 3-day weekend of crafting, and it was a spur of the moment. Scrapbook Central was having that artist come along, and I just love her stuff. I've loved it for a very long time, so I was, you know, super excited to go. But then at the same time, I'm like, okay, but it's still a lot of money, and do I really need to go? Could I just, you know, maybe not go? And so when the tickets, when it went on sale, I didn't go and purchase. I didn't call in. I was at work, so I didn't call in. And that night, I was getting back home, and I was exhausted. It was a Friday night. And I was thinking, you know what, I'll just stop by, and if they still have place, well, it was meant to be that I go. And if there's no place, well, I guess it was just not meant to be. And it happened that they had spots for all 3 days that she's coming. So in the end, I texted my boss and I said, listen, I've got this amazing artist that's coming around, and I just really love her, and I've just registered for 3-day classes, so I hope you're okay with that, because basically, even if she wasn't, I was still going. I had already paid for it, and but I mean, I knew that, you know, my boss was gonna say no problem, you know, like I said, I've been working a lot recently, a lot, and so I knew that she was gonna understand and that I need that break, even though it happens to be exactly in my month end process time, so not the best of timing, but then again, you don't choose that, right? So I'm gonna make the best of it, and I'm gonna enjoy that 3-day weekend. I've got a feeling that it's gonna be very draining, because and I'll be super excited and nervous at the idea of meeting her and taking a class with her. I've taken a class a few years back with Dina Wickley, and I had adored doing that, the full day class, but I had only done 1 day, so it's gonna be fun to do all 3 days, and to push myself in different ways that I wouldn't necessarily do. And I figure if that doesn't jumpstart my creativity, I really don't know what will make it happen, because I mean, we're talking Diane Reevely here, so yeah, hopefully this will be what I need to really get going. So that's very exciting in my life, my artistic life. I've also kept on reading. Right now I'm almost finished Big Magic, and I've asked on my Facebook page for some, and on my personal page, for some ideas of new books that I could read that were creativity related. I'm in my year of growth. That's the word that I had chosen this year, and I'm really trying to push myself to try new things and to go to new places, just creatively wise, as well as, you know, other aspects of my life. So I'm almost finished Big Magic, but I love that book. It was really good. It's from the same author of Eat, Pray, Love, Liz Gilbert, and I really loved, I love how blunt she is. I really love just her style in general. I had adored Eat, Pray, Love, and this is a nice book too. I love how she's, you know, down to earth and not pretentious, and just all around really nice. So we've got our 4 postcard base. I've got a glass of wine. It's late at night. It's we're actually the Sunday before this airs. I didn't film at all this weekend other than now. So I was getting very worried that there would be no videos for you guys, but I just couldn't do that. So here I am. I figured even if I don't do every day, if at least I show up on the Mondays, you guys will appreciate it. At least I hope that you will. Okay, so I really love this image here. And as you can see, you can find images from all kinds of things. This is actually an exercise book for kids. So, you know, there's lots of different options to find beautiful images. I like this little guy. It's very cute. So I'll tear this off, and I'll tear this off, and put that aside. Okay, so I do want to put a quote. Or some sort of something. And I'm really loving my Kim Holtz. So I think I'll be using that. I can just find the one I want. Okay, so either one of those would be perfect. Oh, this one is not the one I was thinking. Okay, so I guess those two. One that can just have words, or one that has phrase. It's probably gonna end up being a phrase, and I would think it would probably end up being black. That's usually how I roll. So let's just tear around this beautiful girl with her little puppy. They're so sweet together. Remind me of my daughter when she was small. And Megan loved Kimmy. And we got him when Megan was just a baby. And it was so funny because at the time she would pull his, she'd be in a type of like donut thing where you would sit the child and so that they could kind of sit and not fall over. And so that's what she would sit in, and he would come over to sniff her, and she would find a way to pull his ears. So she like would grab him, and obviously, you know, look, we're talking baby, like few months, you know, maybe 6 months, and then when he was tired, he would just lick her in the face. She would start giggling and let go because of, you know, he had surprised her. And so he could get away, and he was just, you know, the sweetest dog with her. It was a poodle, in case you're wondering, because some of you might be wondering the type of dog I'm talking about. Now I have this security envelopes that's just sitting there. I'm thinking it might bring some of the blue in the background. Maybe something like this, and then I can put the quote. I can find a quote for it. Now the question is, do I edge everything or do I leave it as is and I just edge? Because obviously I'm going to be edging around this because it's too stark. I like to have a messy edge. I'm thinking probably just leave it. Okay, so my glue. So what have you guys been up to? What's going on in your life? I miss chatting with you guys. I used to chat with you guys often, and now it's like I'm not doing it anymore, and I'm just really missing everybody. Let me 2 seconds. I'm sorry. I heard my my son speaking to my husband and saying that he couldn't find diced tomatoes, and we've got a new pantry, like it's newly set up, so he didn't know where it was, and he just couldn't find them, and so I had to go and help him. Okay, this is not working. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put a bit of this because I want the cheesecloth to hold. Okay, and I'm going to put some on her because she's going on cheesecloth, and I want it to hold so that if the person that purchases the set from me can actually mail out the postcard if they so desire. Okay, so this is all stuck down. Now, oh, I like the I'm happiest when I'm with you. It fits with that image. Stick it here in the glue. Therefore, when it dries, it's going to be stuck. It won't move. It won't go anywhere. Okay, and then I need my Faber-Castell, which I move about. I couldn't find it anymore. It's crazy how, you know, you change just a little bit stuff around and then you can't find it anymore. Unless it's just me. But when I do that, I just have a really hard time finding my my stuff. Okay, so here's one of the cards. I think it's super adorable. So that's one little card. Let's get to the next one. And this one is again with the puppy, but they're making art. Watercolor. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to blow my nose. Wait 2 seconds. Okay. Just wiping down with the baby wipe. so there's no germs. Don't worry, guys. I'm making stuff. I try to make it germ-free and the way I would love to purchase stuff. So there's that. Okay, so now I need my page. I'm thinking in this case I could do vertical maybe. Something like this. And how about this? Maybe something like that. Okay, I like that. So let's glue this down. So this, and glue this. And then put that down. And now it's going to be difficult. It was running all over the place, and now it's not going to run at all. I hate when you're at the end of a bottle. It's just not fun. Okay, so let's do this. So put that in here. Okay, I like that. And then what sentiment do we want to do? I just want to make nice things because it seems to be fitting with, you know, she's working hard on this. Okay, so there and edge this. Somebody in a recent video asked what type of pen this was. It's a Faber-Castell Pitt pen. It's the brush tip, the big brush. It's one of my favorite type of pen. Okay, so we've got 2 left. So one is with this image that I thought was pretty. Sorry if I'm out of frame. I'm just gonna tear this one off because this one I also like. And I'm just not convinced with these that I would actually use them. And in my way of trying to not accumulate and to use up stuff, you might have noticed that there's a lot less haul videos, because yeah, as I'm purging, I don't want to be bringing in a ton of different new items inside my house. So I'm very, I have a small haul that I want to share with you guys, but I'm being very careful about what I really want. Like for example, I love Tim Holtz, I love Diane Reevely, so those items, yes, I will get them, but I don't want to be getting stuff that's just for the heck of getting stuff. So I'm being very careful about that. I'm also being very careful of the environment. I'm trying to do as much as I can. So I've been you know, removing plastic as much as I could from our lives, and so this is something, it's a work in progress. It's not gonna, I'm never gonna be, I've mentioned this before, I'm never gonna be zero waste. I'm not even gonna say that I'm gonna be zero waste, but if I can make my part in not making turtles have straws in their nose, well, I'm gonna try. So I've purchased some metal straws, and I've got my produce bags instead of using the plastic bags when you're choosing your vegetables. So I've been working on that. I'm also very much, and that's one of the things that I want to share with you guys, I'm very much into trying to garden and grow my own food. That's always been something that was interesting to me. But last year, let's say that, forget it, I couldn't do anything with the house being the way it was. It was impossible for me to be able to try to garden even in containers. It would have been a lot of work, and just don't have the energy for that. So this year, however, my dad and my husband are going to be putting up the frame of the deck next weekend, and I'm hoping to have my container gardens, and that's something that is really exciting me this year. And so I've started growing my seeds, and I've missed the sun so much. We used to go for the past 2 years we went down south during winter time, and it felt so good to see the sun again. And this year we didn't do that, and I really miss it. So seeing the sun is just feels so good. This being said, it's been raining a lot, so haven't been seeing the sun quite as much as I would like it, but I know it's coming. And this weekend was a beautiful weekend, and but I was stuck inside a lot of it cleaning, which is why I really want to get this done. so that I can enjoy the rest of my summer clutterless. I think it was like this. I'm not sure anymore. But it's gonna have to be like that because that's the way I just put it. Okay, so, and then put this. I love using fiber. And one thing too that is too funny, because I went through my pantry. Well, too funny. Yes and no. I went through my pantry to bring everything back upstairs now that we've got a pantry upstairs, and oh my god, the stuff, first of all, the stuff that's old that should have been thrown away, sadly, is insane. So that's the first thing that I've noticed. The second thing is, when you don't see stuff, you tend to purchase it again and again and again. So for example, my cleaning for the brush that I use to clean the dishes, I had 4 extras. So who knew? She looks like she's just gotten a letter. Oh, I don't know what to choose. Just can't find one that goes with the image. Oh, hello, my darling. Would be a good one. Because she's gotten a letter. So here we go. Here. So here we go. And let's do the last one. We're almost there. Almost. Oh! That's not good. Well, it's going on the paper anyway. It's going to be glued down, but didn't want it to tear that way. Oh my god. You can tell that it's really, the book has been through a lot, but it's okay because I'm almost through using that. I'm very happy with myself because look, there's only these many pages left of the full Reader's Digest book. So I actually went through it and used up all the pages. So not only did I make a cover and a journal with a cover, I've actually used up what was in it. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so I'm finished with this glue. Put that away. I'm finished with this. Put this away. My desk is still relatively clean, you might notice. This being said, I haven't been crafting, and when I'm not crafting, actually, there's a ton of stuff that's going on my desk that is presently on top of the washing machine. So, and it's the fact that I really need to get cleaning, because without doing the extra cleaning and the extra purging, well, there's no way that I can actually leave my space open and be able to create whenever, which is what I really love doing, is that if you just have the space empty, then whenever you're feeling the inclination to go and to do some work, you actually can do it, because you've got the free space, whereas right now it's not the case. Okay, so it's what can I say with this one? I'm so glad you guys actually think it's okay that you hear my husband and my kids yelling, because he just passed right next to me. He knows I'm filming, but he's still yelling. Ah, drives me crazy. Crazy. Wait 2 seconds. Oh my god. He totally like passed right next to me, heard me speak. I don't know who he thought I was speaking to, but clearly not to you guys, because he didn't think I was filming. just oh. And I was super nice because I waited at the end of the day to film, because my nephew was here playing with the boys and they had a blast downstairs, but oh my god, the noise, you guys, the noise. Thank god I was in the garage cleaning, but it was crazy how loud it was, and there was no way I was going to be able to film. So I thought there was another one that that would go with this. Okay, so I think I'm gonna choose the, I can't seem to find anything that I really like strikes me with this image. So start doing things you love will be the one I go with. Okay, so here we go. Almost finished. I just have to edge this. Okay, and this is the last one. So here are the 4 postcards. I hope that you've liked them. I know I haven't been doing Christmas, but like I said, I've been missing the sun, and the idea of doing Christmas right now is just not something that excites me at all. So I just have to go where my creativity is going to lead me, and right now that was really fun. So I'm hoping you like it. Leave me some comments down below, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. and thumbs up really do help my channel a lot, so I really appreciate all of you guys that actually take the time to do that, and commenting. Well, you know, I love chatting with you guys. So that's it. Bye everyone, have a great Monday.